that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts.
From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. A first down throw for Prescott. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And now it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Prescott now from the 50. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Now Prescott. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Prescott now. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Throwing Jones. And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Harris. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now Jones goes right back to Smith again. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick-6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. 6 yards left on 2nd down. They hand this off to Harris, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kill! 47.
Here's Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice gain.
3 down. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
To the air again, Prescott. Flushed out right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Russell Gage, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
14, Falcons 13.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
On 1st and 10, Jones. It's caught, Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down, Atlanta.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown, Falcons! Damian Harris, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurate.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Jones on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tight end. Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. To throw again, Jones. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. From the gun, Jones. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And the Falcons are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Off play action, Jones. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jamar Chase hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. Going up top for Kupp. He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Well, this is really where Cooper Kupp separates himself from some of the other receivers. His ability to make plays happen after the catch. On for the point after, Corey Vedvik. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Jones. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kadarius Toney, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now up to 14. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. First down, Prescott. Going up top for Kupp. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. He'll look downfield for Waller. And incomplete on the deep ball. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
Here's Jones, throwing on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Damian Harris, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Going up top for Kupp. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Irv Smith Jr., a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Falcons 49, 49ers 21. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The limited running room is he'll get about 3 to the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move.
Now Prescott. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
56, 49ers 21. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Check that. Check that. We're Mike 52 right here. Hey, watch the slant.
Play action now. Prescott. Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Looking to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Here we go.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Harris. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown. Damian Harris from 4 yards out. And the Falcons get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back. Shift. Watch out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Jalen Johnson drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And what a great call defensively there, because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got him. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Prescott now. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith.
I'm the best in the game.
And down inside the 15 he goes. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Check 26, check 26. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now here's another carry for Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
This is 3rd down.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
On the give, this is Harris. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They run for it with Harris, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. On play action, Prescott. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott going up top for Kupp. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point try now for Vedvik. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Now Harris. And that not what they wanted. They lose yards on 1st down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win.